Hello anyone, everyone, and no one. Welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. In today's tutorial, we are going to be figuring out how to find this, chunk borders. Now, I use a texture pack, and I'll have the texture pack down in the video description to typically find my chunk borders. But not everybody has the option to use the texture pack. Some people on Xbox don't know how to transfer texture packs over onto the Xbox, and maybe you just have a low-end device that just cannot run shaders, because technically this is a shader. I've gotten so used to using this plugin that I forget just sometimes how hard it is to yeah, hi guys, how y'all doing in there? Yep, next on the list. That's great. Golems aside, as I was saying, I forget sometimes that not everybody has access to the texture packs to do this. So I figured today I would show you how you could do this in survival without the aid of the texture pack. So let me turn this thing off here real quick. Alrighty, we've got the texture pack turned off here, and let's begin here. Now first I want to begin by explaining something. A chunk is 16 by 16 blocks, okay? Now on a realm, a player by default will load 4 chunks on either side of them. So if this emerald block here represents our central chunk, we end up loading 1, 2, 3, 4 chunks that way, and we end up loading 1, 2, 3 that way, and the same for this way over here, and this way over here as well. Now from here the chunks load out. Let me just fill this in here to go ahead and demonstrate to you how everything is loaded around the player. And here we are. Here is the final result. So the player in the centralized chunk will load all these additional chunks beside them on a realm. Now using this knowledge here, it will allow us to actually make this job quite a bit easier. Now I've waited to nighttime to make this a little bit easier to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw down a repeater here. We're going to put it on 4 tick delay. We're going to go ahead and throw down another one right beside it facing the other way. We're going to throw in a redstone lamp right here. A little bit of dust right there. Solid block. A little bit more dust, and then we're going to grab a redstone torch and throw it down and quickly pick it back up. So boom, boom. So as you can see here, get away from me, Mr. Creeper. We now have a pulsing redstone clock. Now this can be used to our advantage. This will actually stop functioning once we get outside of the render distance that we have described here. So that redstone clock is somewhere within this emerald block. So now we need to go outside this area to find out exactly where it is. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some blocks here. I'm using slabs. I like to alternate my slabs up because if I'm going to map out a ticking area, and not dealing with you right now, I want to go ahead and try to spawn proof it while I'm doing it. Alright, now that we've got our clock, we've got our blocks, let's head off in this direction over here until this lamp either stays on or shuts off. That will let us know that we are outside of the loaded area. And seeing as things are never ideal, as you would expect, we've had to bridge out here. Now, if I just keep backing up here, as you can see from that redstone lamp over there, it's still flashing. And now it's staying in a constant state of on. You know what? Let me actually zoom in here to give you a better view here. Alright, I changed my field of view all the way up so you can just about see that redstone lamp, as you can see, when we are standing on this block right here, this is flashing and you go away. And if we move over here to this redstone block, or well, not redstone block, this block, the lamp now shuts off. So we can determine from that that right there is the edge of our chunk border. On and off. Now, to figure out exactly where a corner is, literally from this point, let me change my field of view back here because this is a little disorienting. So, field of view reset. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to keep going out this way, right on the edge of this chunk border here. And we're periodically going to check, see if the light is still flashing. Alright, now as you can see right here, the light has now quit flashing. So if I come back over here, light is flashing. Right here, light is staying on. So that we have determined that this is another chunk border. So if we take a look here and we count out 16 blocks from here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We've got a corner point in already. From this, we could map this whole area out. So now, since we know that at the edge of the ticking area, we have 3 loaded chunks, we can go ahead and count out these over here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, number 8 there, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 2 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can we put 9 down, please? 9, 9, 10. No. Oh, this is how stuff works in survival, though. It doesn't work as you expected. And now I lost count. And 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And we're going to go ahead and throw an extra block out here for testing purposes. Now, it's really hard for you to see right now. Probably, kinda, sort of, yes. Yes, that is very hard to see. I can barely struggle to see that, so let's zoom in here. And as you can see, we've counted over here 16 more blocks, and if we go to this block right here, lamp stays on, we come back to this one, lamp starts flashing again. So from that little bit right there, we've already determined where 3 of our chunks are. We've already got them perfectly in line and everything. So we could go ahead and just remove that, but that's kind of irrelevant to the process here. But literally, now it's just a counting game. So we go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then we just count it over this way. Now, after counting to 16 several times over and over and over, we have got 3 chunks already lined out. Now, I moved this over here for demonstrational purposes, so now that we know that we've got that chunk, and that chunk from that light, it's just a simple process of counting to 16 over and over and over again until you get a perimeter that looks something like that. Now, I've turned back on the chunk visualizer just to prove that just what we did right there is actually in line with all the chunks. And this is very useful and very handy because sometimes, like say you have an animal farm or anything like that, mobs going across chunk borders, or yeah, it can cause issues. Redstone going across chunk borders, not always a good thing. So here would be a few examples of chunk aligning farms. As you can see here, it may not be the best view in the world, but here's a kelp farm that was built on truly bedrock. It is aligned within 2 chunks. Same with here, a bamboo and sugarcane farm. And if you actually just take a look around here, every one of my iron golem farms are chunk aligned. Same with the mob farm. Same with any farm I pretty much build, because I do not want them to break due to redstone going over chunk borders. As we can see here, the cactus farm that DB built on truly bedrock is all within 1 chunk. Same with my furnace array here that Foxy seems to make fun of because I tend to waste tons of iron on hoppers. That being said, it is very beneficial to chunk align farms, and as I said, this plugin right here is amazing. There is a link to it down in the description. You are free to download it, but the bad thing is that it tends to break every once in a while. So it's good to know another way to find chunks if you need to. Now, if you have any questions about this, feel free to drop them down in the comments. Drop by the Discord. I am pretty much always online, but I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this tutorial. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.